Do these 4 things to get rich. Introduction. Imagine waking up one day knowing that you're financially free, no debts weighing on you, no paycheck worries, and the confidence that you can handle any challenge life throws at you. This isn't a pipe dream, it's a reality built by millions of people who started just like you. Getting rich doesn't happen by accident or mere luck. It comes down to a few key principles and habits that anyone can adopt. In this script, we'll walk through 5 core steps that will set you on the path to wealth. These are practical, research-backed strategies that ordinary people use to achieve extraordinary financial success. By mastering your money, investing wisely, cultivating the right mindset, building powerful daily habits, and continuously growing your skills and income, you'll move closer to financial freedom every day. Whether you're just starting out or already well on your way, these principles will guide you forward. Throughout this journey, you'll hear real-life examples, easy-to-follow advice, and motivational insights to keep you inspired. Each section flows into the next, building on what you've learned before. So get ready, the next few minutes, and the work you do after, could transform your life. Let's start with the foundation, mastering your finances. 1. Master your finances, budget, save, and avoid debt. The very first step toward wealth is making sure you spend less than you earn. It sounds simple, but it's the bedrock of financial success. A budget isn't a chain, it's your roadmap. Start by tracking every dollar, list your income and all your expenses. This gives you control instead of letting money control you. Allocate money for essentials first, like rent, utilities, groceries, and then build in savings as a non-negotiable item. In fact, top financial experts advise you to pay yourself first. This means automatically setting aside a portion of your income for savings or investments before you pay any bills or spend on anything else. Many self-made millionaires save 20 to 25% of their income each month as soon as they get paid. Treat your savings like a bill you have to pay. Automate it if you can, for example, arrange an automatic transfer to a savings or retirement account on payday. This way you never even see the money you've already committed to your future. Next, look hard at your spending. Wealthy people are value-conscious, not flashy. They cut costs ruthlessly on things that don't matter to them. Do you really need the extra streaming service, designer coffee, or latest gadget? Often, millionaires live modestly, they drive regular cars, shop at ordinary stores, and live in comfortable middle-class homes. By contrast, whenever your income grows, many people increase their spending, a trap called lifestyle creep. Instead, create a growing gap between what you earn and what you spend. Use that gap to build wealth. Consciously spend on what truly adds value to your life, maybe an occasional experience or an investment in your career, but cut out wasteful purchases. For example, cooking at home instead of eating out, or buying generic products instead of brand names, can save thousands a year. Another crucial piece of mastering your finances is eliminating debt. High-interest debt, like credit card debt, is a wealth killer. Every dollar you pay in interest is a dollar that can't grow in an investment. Commit to paying off consumer debts as quickly as possible. Only consider using debt for productive purposes, like a mortgage on a reasonable home or student loans for a valuable education, and even then, pay them down aggressively if you can. The money you save by cutting out interest payments is like a turbo boost to your wealth-building efforts. Finally, keep an emergency fund. True financial freedom comes from peace of mind, knowing you have a cushion if life throws curveballs. Set aside enough cash to cover 3 to 6 months of living expenses in a safe, accessible account. This prevents small crises, like a broken car or a medical bill, from derailing your progress. It also frees your mind so you can focus on growing your wealth without living in fear. Action steps. Create a simple budget, list income versus expenses. Identify areas to cut or save. Automate savings, set up automatic transfers of 10 to 20% of your pay into savings/investment accounts. Cut unnecessary costs, ask yourself, does this purchase really enrich my life, and then act accordingly. Attack debt, Make extra payments on high-interest loans and use savings from budget cuts to pay them down faster. Build an emergency fund. Gradually save 3 to 6 months of expenses to protect your progress. When you master your finances like this, you build a rock-solid foundation. You'll notice you always have money working for you, not against you. With these budgeting and saving habits, many ordinary people accumulate wealth over time, one consistent step at a time. For example, the story of Veronica shows how this works. As a single nurse, she automatically saved 20% of every paycheck and lived modestly, refusing to upgrade her lifestyle, and eventually became a millionaire. Her secret was discipline and a simple plan. Transition. Now that your money is under control and you're saving consistently, the next step is to put that money to work. We'll talk about how to invest wisely and multiply your income. 2. Make your money work. Invest, automate, and multiply income. You now have a growing pile of savings, congratulations. But cash under the mattress won't make you rich. The second principle is building assets that grow over time. In other words, invest your money so it earns more money. This taps into one of the most powerful forces, compound interest. Even small amounts can turn into big wealth given time. For example, if you invest just $500 per month from age 25 to 65 at an average 8% annual return, you'll end up with about $1.7 million by retirement. Waiting just 10 years, starting at age 35 instead, would only yield about $745,000, less than half. The lesson is clear: start as early as possible, even if you can only afford a little, because time is your greatest ally. So where should you invest? The simplest strategy for most people is stock market index funds. Historically, broad market index funds, like one that tracks the S&P 500, have returned around 8% per year on average. While past performance is no guarantee of future gains, this growth has been fairly consistent over the long run. By routinely putting money into such funds, you benefit from the overall growth of companies in the economy. Over decades, those contributions can snowball. The key is consistency. Commit to investing a set amount every month. Many wealth builders automate contributions so they never skip a month. Setting up automatic transfers to a retirement account, 401k, IRA, etc., or brokerage ensures you stay on track, and it removes the temptation to spend that money instead. Don't forget about diversification. While stocks are typically the engine of growth, include other types of investments for balance. This might mean a portion in bonds, for stability, or even real estate, if you're interested and have the means. Real estate, for instance, can provide rental income and appreciation. The main point is to own assets, not just cash. Over time, many self-made millionaires build multiple income streams: rental income, dividends from stocks, interest from savings, or profits from side businesses. These diverse streams give you security. If one source dips, others can carry the load. Another powerful habit is reinvesting all earnings. Instead of spending dividends or interest, funnel them back into your investments. This accelerates compounding, because each new investment then generates its own returns. Even if it's just $5 or $50, reinvesting grows into something much bigger over years. As Buffett famously says, "My wealth has come from a combination of living in America, some lucky genes, and compound interest." Remember, investing is both art and science. Educate yourself so you make informed choices. Study fundamentals like asset allocation and risk tolerance. Take advantage of tax-advantaged accounts, like a 401k match, Roth IRA, or health savings account, whenever possible. Those are extra boosts to your money. Many wealthy people educate themselves continuously about finance, reading books, following market news, even talking to financial experts. You don't need a finance degree, just be curious and learn a bit each day. The more you know, the better decisions you'll make, and the more confident you'll feel to keep investing wisely. Action steps. Open investment accounts. If you haven't already, consider opening a retirement account or brokerage account for investing. Start small and be consistent, even $50 per week adds up. Automate contributions so you keep investing month after month. Choose low-cost index funds, research broad market index funds, like S&P 500 funds, for a simple, proven strategy. Diversify, gradually add other assets such as bond funds, real estate, even via REITs, or a small business as you learn more. Reinvest earnings, set your investments to automatically reinvest dividends and interest. Educate yourself, read a chapter of an investing book each week, follow reliable financial news, or take a beginner's investing course. By investing regularly and smartly, your money starts growing on its own. This is how wealth compounds, turning today's modest savings into future fortunes. A powerful example: if you had started saving early and invested even a few $100s a month, by retirement you could easily be a millionaire, mostly thanks to compound growth over time. Transition: now that your money is working for you and multiplying, let's turn to your mindset. How you think and feel about money will determine how far you go. 3. Adopt a wealth mindset, set goals, embrace abundance, overcome fear. Wealth isn't just numbers in a bank account, it's also a state of mind. To get rich, you must believe you can and will get rich. Many people hold hidden beliefs that sabotage their success. Maybe you heard, money is the root of all evil, or, I'm just not good with money. These are examples of limiting beliefs that keep you trapped in a scarcity mindset. The first part of developing a wealthy mindset is to identify and challenge those beliefs. Ask yourself, what did I learn about money growing up? The key is to turn negative thoughts into empowering ones. For instance, instead of thinking, I can't afford it, ask, how can I afford it? What steps would I need to take? This shift in language rewires your brain for possibility. Next, cultivate an abundance mentality. People with a millionaire mindset truly believe there's enough wealth to go around for everyone. They see opportunities everywhere instead of feeling like they're competing for a shrinking pie. This doesn't happen overnight, but you can practice gratitude and generosity to get there. Every day, notice things you're grateful for. This trains your mind to focus on what you have rather than what you lack. Give your time or money to causes you care about. Giving opens the door to receiving, often in unexpected ways. When you act from a mindset of plenty, abundance, you become more open to opportunities and creative in finding new ways to grow wealth. Another cornerstone of a wealthy mindset is clear, specific goals. Rich people don't just say, I want to be rich. They set concrete targets. I want $100,000 in the bank by this date, $500 in passive income per month by that date, etc. As one study of late bloomers found, setting clear, achievable goals is a key habit of those who accumulate wealth later in life. Goals act as a map and a motivator. Write your goals down and review them often. Break big goals into bite-sized milestones, e.g., save $5,000 in 6 months, learn a new skill in 3 months. Track your progress. Celebrate small wins and adjust your plan if needed. This kind of intentional planning keeps you on course even when things get tough. While pursuing wealth, you will undoubtedly face setbacks and fears. Maybe you're afraid to invest in the market, or to leave a stable job for a better opportunity. This is normal. The difference is that wealthy, successful people use fear as fuel, not a stop sign. They recognize that every failure or mistake is a lesson. Thomas Edison put it well, he didn't fail 1,000 times making the light bulb. He found 1,000 ways that didn't work, leading him eventually to success. Likewise, let each setback teach you, what can you do differently next time? In fact, a study of people who achieved wealth later in life found they share a unique resilience and persevere through failures. They don't give up when things go wrong, they grind harder, learn, and keep going. Cultivate this resilience. When you feel down, remind yourself, every master was once a beginner. This too shall pass, and I will come out stronger. Consider this example of shifting your thinking. Many people fear investing because they don't know enough. But you can reframe that, see learning about investing as an adventure. Every book or article read is a step toward confidence. Every dollar invested, even if it fluctuates, is a teacher that shows you how markets work. Over time, you'll become savvy and less fearful. Action steps. Identify limiting beliefs. Write down any negative thoughts you have about money, e.g. rich people are greedy. For each one, write a positive reframe, e.g., there are generous wealthy people who use money for good. Read these reframes daily. Adopt an abundance mindset. Each morning, list 3 things you're grateful for. Visualize having more than enough money to do what you love. Surround yourself with positive, success-oriented influences, books, podcasts, friends, that reinforce abundance. Set clear financial goals. Be specific. For example, save $20,000 by December 31st, or invest $200 per month. Write them on paper and review weekly. Break them into daily and monthly tasks, like, put $50 in savings today. Overcome fear by action. Start small to build confidence. If you fear investing, invest a tiny amount first and watch it grow over time. If you're hesitant to ask for a raise, rehearse the conversation or list your achievements. Each little step stretches your comfort zone. Learn from setbacks. Keep a simple journal of lessons. When something doesn't go as planned, ask, what can I learn? How can I improve? Use this feedback to do better next time. By reprogramming your thoughts and beliefs, you empower yourself. You'll start to see problems as opportunities. For instance, instead of thinking, I'm broke, you'll ask, how can I make more money, and then do the work to find an answer. You'll begin acting like the wealthier version of yourself, confident, resourceful, and positive. Remember, riches are first made in the mind. Transition. With a rich mindset guiding you, it's time to turn to your daily life. Let's build the habits that will carry you consistently toward your goals. 4. Cultivate winning habits, discipline, learning, and consistency. We've handled your money and your mindset, now let's look at your daily life. The richest people are often the most disciplined. They have daily routines and habits that keep them on track. Success is no accident, it's what happens when preparation meets opportunity, day in and day out. First, start each day with intention. Many successful people wake up early, giving themselves extra hours of productive time. Use that quiet morning to plan your day, review your goals, prioritize tasks, and maybe do a short workout or meditation to energize your body and mind. Having a consistent morning routine sets the tone. It might include reading a chapter of a book, reviewing financial news, or simply visualizing your goals for a few minutes. Whatever it is, make it positive and focused. As one study notes, having a consistent daily routine is a cornerstone of discipline and long-term success, and we see it in countless stories. Entrepreneurs, CEOs, and leaders often attribute their success to structured days. Another powerful habit is continuous learning. Wealthy people never stop growing their knowledge. They read every day, not just novels or articles for fun, but books on personal development, biographies of successful people, and material relevant to their goals. In fact, 88% of self-made millionaires dedicate at least 30 minutes each day to reading and learning. Research by Thomas Corley confirms this habit. Could you spend 15 minutes after dinner learning a new skill? Or listen to a podcast during your commute that teaches you about a new subject? Perhaps you take an online course or get a certificate in something useful. This habit compounds like money does. Small learning each day becomes huge expertise over time. Relatedly, always expand your skills. The world changes fast. By learning new skills, whether they're in technology, finance, communication, or any area relevant to your ambitions, you make yourself more valuable. This could mean learning how to code, mastering digital marketing, improving your writing, or studying a new language. Remember the story of Mike, from earlier research? Mike was working ordinary jobs, but he taught himself coding and web design at night. That extra effort turned into a thriving digital marketing business when he finally applied those skills. Such stories remind us, your current job or situation is just the starting point. With dedicated learning, you can pivot and seize bigger opportunities. Discipline in daily habits also means sticking to your financial behaviors. For example, maintain those automated savings and investments consistently. Don't skip them just because you got a tax refund or a raise. If you promised yourself 20% savings each month, keep it up even if you feel flush. Conversely, if you hit a tough month, adjust but don't give up entirely. Similarly, discipline your spending habits. Don't let one impulse buy become a slippery slope. Each day, make choices aligned with your long-term vision, not momentary cravings. Write down your long-term goals where you can see them, like on a fridge or computer screen, to remind yourself why you pass on that expensive coffee or new gadget. Physical health is surprisingly a habit that massively supports financial success. People who become wealthy often prioritize health, exercise, eat well, and get enough sleep. Why? Because your body fuels your productivity, creativity, and resilience. Regular exercise boosts brain function and energy, helping you perform better at work or in business. Eating nutritious food keeps your mind sharp. And sufficient sleep allows you to make good decisions. Lack of sleep often leads to poor financial choices or missed opportunities. So make time for at least 30 minutes of movement a day, even if it's a brisk walk. Keep healthy snacks on hand instead of junk food. Think of your body as an asset that needs maintenance. This isn't just self-help fluff. In practice, staying healthy prevents costly illnesses and keeps you in the game longer. Action steps. Create a morning routine. Wake up 30 to 60 minutes earlier than usual. Use that time to review goals, exercise briefly, or plan your top 3 priorities for the day. Read and learn daily. Set a habit of reading at least 10 pages of a book or 20 minutes of educational material each day. Consider investing in one new personal development or finance book each month. Set up accountability. Find an accountability partner or mentor to check in with regularly about your goals and habits. You could also keep a journal or use an app to track habits like exercising, saving, or studying. Seeing a streak of days. 5. Think long-term, act daily. Transition. The last piece of the puzzle is mindset. Because getting rich isn't a sprint, it's a marathon. And most people quit halfway. Core message: wealth takes time. But consistent, strategic action beats bursts of motivation. The rich play the long game. They delay gratification. They think in decades, not days. Real-life example: Jeff Bezos built Amazon with long-term thinking. For years, it barely made a profit. But he kept investing, growing, scaling, and now he's one of the richest men on earth. Action steps. Set 10-year financial goals. Reverse engineer the steps. Build habits: save daily, learn daily, build daily. Track your progress monthly and adjust. Ignore distractions. Stay the course. Quote: most people overestimate what they can do in a year and underestimate what they can do in 10. Bill Gates. Let me tell you something straight, getting rich is not a fantasy. It's a formula. And now you know the steps. Master money. Build high-income skills. Live below your means. Leverage everything. Think long-term. You won't see results overnight. But if you show up daily, if you're relentless, you will rise. No one is coming to save you. The responsibility is yours. And that's a powerful thing, because it means you're in control. Don't just watch this video and go back to scrolling. Pick one step. Apply it today. Then another tomorrow. Stack the wins. Stack the mindset. And I promise you, wealth will follow. If this message hit you hard, don't keep it to yourself. Share it. Subscribe for more real talk. And remember, you're not broke. You're just one decision away from rich.